Well done.
Pokemon puts it inside and you have to look at it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You like
Go ahead. Hands forward. Hands forward.
1, 2. 1, 2.
Catch one, Sean.
That's it.
And hit it.
Yeah. Oh, I think we have a trouble with that. Come on.
One big step forward, not you. Forward. Enough.
Some hold. Down.
It's very special. It's absolutely unique. It's not an easy thing, is it? Do you know, Tim? It's not really what you plan when you have a child. And I was getting depressed because they were all sort of writing her off and they weren't wanting to do anything with her. And but I just thought, even though like she wasn't talking or anything at that time, I just thought there was more to her than they were all telling me.
Hands on hips. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Parkinson's is a horrible condition to have anyway, but I feel it's particularly difficult for Martin because he was an athlete and he was very good at what he did. He's used to run for a North London team. He used to enjoy his sport. He still enjoys watching, but it was a particularly difficult thing to be hit with.
Like I'm sitting in a chair now. If I want to get up, I've got to think, where am I? Where are my arms? Where are my legs? Where's my centre of gravity? If I get up, am I going to fall over? People who don't understand Parkinson's don't see this at all. They take standing up and sitting down as just for granted.
Jonathan.
And open. Close your fingers and open. You do it. Open and close.
You have your children and they're so precious. And they're just born, well, you're sort of like dealt out children with difficulties, and there's nothing parents can do other than deal with it, and you've just got to deal with it.
Ready, steady, throw it in the middle. Well done.
Coming here changed me really. This sort of was showing us all the things that she could do and all the things that we could do with her at home. And it made me more positive, it made me expect things of her as well then.
Conductive education is a way of teaching people, children and adults with motor disorders how to become as independent as possible and to take control of their own lives, which is the most important thing that you can give to somebody who feels that they're out of control or that they don't have a way of doing something that they desperately want to do.
And try and lift your heel up. If you put your weight on your right side.
In conductive education, we're looking at them as a person who learns. So we're looking at them as somebody who is able to learn, and that's very important because in spite of the medical condition they can still learn, and then we look at how that condition affects their ability to learn and teach them to overcome those barriers to learning.
Swing up, down, up, down, step to the side.
I think the children get a real sense of self while they're here. It's their whole personality that we want to develop, and that's what you often hear from parents when they bring their children here and they've been here for a short amount of time. They say the light's been switched on.
I'm putting the pictures together, like the bat to the ball, the food to the lunchbox, the hamster to the cake.
What's so great about conductive education? You are a person within your own right. You are not a medical condition. You are not somebody where the fate has become inevitable as a result of the condition. And I think that is one of the things that I've found in conductive education is it doesn't apologise for giving hope. and hope is what we all live on, it actually will take people to a limit and to an area of unknown. And it's an area that until now we never really believed that people with disabilities could go. There was always this barrier that says because of the disability you can only go as far as here, and that is your potential. What we're able to do in conductive education is take the person way past that.
I mean, it's educated me a lot, more than anything. As in, it's, you know, I'll see Andy, the teacher, she'll do something and I'll think, oh, that's a good idea, I haven't thought of that one, we'll try that one at home. And then you can put it into everyday life, doing, you know, different things around the house and that.
Put it back in the buggy. There you go. And then you're going to take her for a push. Go and push her.
In the beginning, we just done everything for Zainab, thinking she can't do it, so we'll do it for her. And Conductive taught us that she can do things. Okay, it'll take a bit longer.
Hug. Happy, please. Cheese.
My expectations for Zainab is not that she's going to go to university and be a rocket scientist. So long as that she's happy and she can live an independent life, which she's doing now, and independent as in not as in living on her own and doing her own thing, but as in eating, drinking, being able to say, I want this, being able to communicate, socialise and have a life. That's all that we want for Zainab.
Yes, when I arrived, I was starting to get very comfortable in a wheelchair. I used it rather than challenge myself, challenge my limbs to move. I was taking the easy option. They took the easy option away and gave me a better option, which was to use my legs again. It's very important to have some standards that you can maintain. The idea that you're going to walk each day is important, however little it is. Even if it's only a few steps out of the back door. You've got to have that independence.
I think it's quite remarkable what Martin's been able to do since he's been taking part in these classes for conductive education. It's given him confidence, he's been able to improve his mobility, but I think the main thing is the confidence thing. If you know that you can walk yourself, you know that you can get the legs to work eventually. It might take a long time, but you'll get there in the end. It really is, it's a great boost for them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. One side, sit up to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Encouraged here to do what they can, and then the progress they make is just phenomenal. It might not look phenomenal to an outsider, but to us it is. I mean, to me it's phenomenal that Eleanor will sit and look at a dish and pick up a spoon and, you know, try to feed herself. And yeah, you know, I mean, she gets in a big fat mess, but eventually the more she does it, the better she'll get, and eventually she'll be able to feed herself nicely. So, you know, but most people tend to just spoon feed and carry on spoon feeding, and then how does a child ever learn? If you never give a child a chance to show what they can do, how will they ever learn, you know, what their potential is? Just got to give them the scope and let them go.
Push it forward.
It's given us hope. I mean, hope that we never had.
Conductive education has given us our lives back. It's given us the ability to go out and do things. It's given Martin back his confidence.
They give them the chance to show what they can do, you know, and I'm just so grateful for that, because it's really made a tremendous difference to us, you know.
Thumbs up to conductive education, really. It's brilliant.